everybody. Welcome, Matt, Kamada, James, and Owe. Woo! Thanks. I had a pretty good day, I guess. I am not feeling and hello, Nagels. I am not feeling 100% today, so just to say this might be a shorter stream than usual. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Peekaboo. We'll see. Hopefully, I wish that, I don't know, my eyes have been getting so heavy lately at night. It's really annoying. Oh, I'm really happy to hear that. So last time, Battler was all fighting against Beatrice's logic, using basically that whole devil's proof against her, and she was like, well, I have Hempel's raven. And that's another basically using the contrapositive to say, well, if that's not this, then okay, then everything else must be true, and so like that, basically. But using the contrapositive to say, okay, so that means somebody from one of the 18 must be the culprit. And you guys were telling me how they were totally using that wrong, and basically how he only picked Hempel's raven because it sounded cool, just like Devil's Proof did. And seems like, I guess so. It's the rule of cool can get you can fudge things through, and and especially when it's not exactly what she's saying was wrong, but the way exactly what Hempel's raven was not exactly what she was using. And at the end of the episode, Eva pretty much confirmed that she is going to be essentially the main character of this one, and is going to find the treasure, which is what I thought was going to happen. Oh, I'm okay. I'm just not feeling 100%. So I'm going to try to give it my all, as I usually do. Hello, Seawat. But just to say, it might be shorter than usual, depending on how I'm feeling. Oh boy. Okay. So, with that said, I cannot wait to get back into it. Last page of save files. Oh God. Let's see what I.
Beatrice. 先ほどから呼んでおる。
I've been calling to you for some time now.
聞こえなんだか?
Did you not hear me?
そうであったか?
Wait, what's up with her voice? Were you?
すまぬ.
My apologies.
ぼんやり考え事をしていた.
Wait, what's going on with her voice? Does she sound different to anyone else? Or is it just me? Am I going nuts? Because Kinzo sounded the same. My apologies. I was lost in thought.
許せ.
Forgive me.
良い天気だな。
The weather is pleasant.
なるほど。陽気に心を奪われるのもわかるというもの。
Yes, I can understand how the weather has stolen your heart.
Hello, PDI. Welcome to the stream.
紅茶はここで飲むか?
Will you have your black tea here?
わらわは何者なのか?
What? Wait, what's going on? Who am I?
Ima 紅茶を持ってくる.
Yeah, I'm just not going to pretend I didn't hear that. I will bring some tea now.
しばし待て。
Wait here for a while.
紅茶は良い。
Forget about tea.
わらわの話に付き合え。
Talk with me.
よかろう。
Very well.
Kinzo had used the excuse of getting black tea to try and interrupt the conversation for the time being. But his attempt had been very transparent. I sat in a garden chair and beckoned Kinzo to do the same. Is this a flashback? Kinzo sat down heavily, exaggerating his age. For a while, we sat and appreciated the silence. It couldn't be too long ago a flashback, because he's still old.
わらわは何者なのか。
Who am I? I'm just gonna say in a different voice, because her voice is so different.
この問いに今日まで答えてくれた者はおらぬ。
Until today, no one has answered this question.
なぜか皆目をそらしはぐらかす。
For some reason, everyone averts their gaze and evades me.
そなたとは長い仲だ。
I have known you for a long time.
わらわはそなたを無二の友であり、そして父ですらあると思っておる。
I think of you as my best friend, even as a father.
だからどうか教えてほしい。
That is why I want so much for you to tell me.
そなたは知っているはずだ。
You should know
わらわが何者であるかを。
who I am.
なぜにそのようなことが気になるのか。
Why are you worried about something like that?
そなたはベアトリーチェ。
You are Beatrice,
この屋敷の主ではないか。
the master of this mansion. Is that not so?
それ以上の何を知りたいというのか。
What more could you want to know?
わからぬ。
I do not know.
なんだ。
What's this?
何が知りたいのか自分でもわからぬというのか。
Don't you even understand what it is you want to know?
それは不可解な。
How mysterious.
若き日には出口なき思考の迷路にて遊びたくなることもある。
In one's youth, there are times one wants to play in the maze of thought that has no exit.
そなたの悩みもそれであろう。
Perhaps that's what your worries are.
Kinzo laughed as though it was a trivial matter. However, I couldn't help but feel this behavior was another attempt to force me to stop any further questioning.
やはりそなたもそれを語ってはくれぬのか。
So, you won't tell me after all.
語ることなど何もない。
There's nothing to tell.
そなたはベアトリーチェだ。
You are Beatrice.
それで十分ではないか。
Isn't that more than enough?
いや違う。
No, that's not it.
わらわが知りたいのは名前ではない。
What I wish to know is not my name.
わらわが何者なのか。
I want to know who I am.
わらわは誰で
Who am I? What am I?
いつからここにいて、そしていつまでここで日々を過ごせばよいのか。
How long have I been here? And how long will I have to continue my days here?
やはり紅茶を持ってこよう。
I really should bring some black tea.
せっかくの陽気がもったいないとは思わぬか。
Don't you think it a waste of all this fine weather?
これは何の話だ。
He
He's seeing this. Okay. Wait, he's seeing the flashback? Okay, whoa. Interesting. Wow. Okay, I guess Beatrice is gonna explain it.
What's this all about?
どうやらお前の昔話のようだが
It looks like it's probably the story of your past, right? That you're totally not showing me with magic.
そのようだな。
Something like that.
まさかここまで遡るとは。
To think I would go this far back.
自分は誰なのかとはまた
Looks like you had some pretty deep worries even then.
えらく高尚な悩みをお持ちのようじゃねえか
Wondering who you were.
無理もない。
That is to be expected.
当時のわらわは自分が何者なのか
At the time, I was unable to understand who I was,
何のために生きているのかを理解できなかった
or why I was alive.
ま誰でも思春期になると
Well, in puberty.
自分の生きる意味とは何ぞやみたいな哲学的な悩みに一度はとらわれるものさ
Everyone's captured by those philosophical worries at least once, wondering what meaning there is in their life.
お前にもそんな微笑ましい時期があっただけという話だろ
Doesn't this just prove you had a charming period like that at one point?
わらわは生まれた時からその屋敷におった
I'd been in that mansion since the time of my birth,
そして屋敷の中だけで生きた
and I lived only inside that mansion.
もちろん庭には出られたが敷地はとても高い柵で囲まれておりそれを出ることはできず
Of course, I went out into the garden, but the area around the mansion was surrounded by a very tall fence. I was unable to leave through it,
また出てはならないと厳しく言われておった
and I was told severely that I mustn't leave.
わらわはな屋敷と庭は自由に歩けたが
I could walk freely through the mansion and the garden,
その外へは自らの意志ではたった一歩出ることさえ叶わなかったのだ
but outside of that, not once was my desire to take just one step outside of my own accord granted.
そりゃどういう意味だよ
What do you mean by that?
物心ついた時からずっとカゴの鳥だったって言いたいのか
Are you trying to say that as far back as you can remember, you were always a bird in a cage?
そういうものだと思ってい
And that's what I thought at the time.
た何しろ気づいた時からそういう生活だったからな
After all, as soon as I became aware, I was living like that.
疑問にも思わなかっ
I didn't even think to question it.
お前一体何者なんだ
Who in the world are you?
たそれよ
Hello, Lucklaster. Welcome to the stream. I agree. Wasn't she like a little kid with her master? Like as a princess, and now she's lost her memories with Kinzo. So, like, this is, yeah, interesting. So, it seems at one point she lost her memories. And she was with Kinzo. But she regained them later. And then had a flashback to when she was a little kid with the original Beatrice. That's what it seems like. I hope I'm understanding that correctly.
それこそわらわもまた望んだものだ
So she did get her memories back at some point, clearly. And her voice, interesting that her voice to change when she lost her memories. That is what I also hope to know.
どうせ 人間ではなくて魔女でしたって言いやがるんだろ。
I'm sure you'll say something like, I wasn't a human, I was a witch, right?
いや違
No, that's not true.
う。まだ違う。
That isn't true yet.
いや、かつてそうだったと言うべきか。
Or should I say that was once the case?
わらわは金蔵によって作られた。人間によって作られた人間だ。
What in the world is going on? Wait, what? Wait, huh? I was constructed by Kinzo, a human built by a human.
いや、肉でできた檻とでも言うべきか。
No, perhaps I should call it a cage made of flesh. So she was trapped in a human body? Wait.
なんだよそりゃ。
What the hell?
Hey, Battler, I am right there with you.
妙な話を言い出しやがって。
This is getting weird and really, really confusing.
どうせそなたは信じぬだろうがな。
You probably won't believe it anyway.
まずは聞け。
But listen first.
わらわは千年を経た偉大なる魔女であった。
I was a mighty witch who had lived for 1,000 years.
しかしある時、金蔵によって呼び出され、
Okay, here we go. She's explaining it. Okay, thank God. I am so glad she's explaining it right now. But at one point, I was summoned by Kinzo.
その秘術にて永遠の虜となるよう縛られたのだ。
And by that hidden art, I was bound as his prisoner for eternity.
そりゃ初耳だぜ。
Never heard that before.
後ろ宮家で知られてる話では、お前はじい様に呼び出されて、
From what we hear in the Ushiromiya family, you were summoned by grandfather.
悪魔の契約みたいなのを結んで、黄金を授けたってことになってるぜ。
Made something like a devil's contract with him and gave him the gold.
Indeed.
それは正しい。
That is correct.
そしてわらわは黄金を授け、契約の終わる時まで姿を消すはずだ。
Then I was supposed to vanish until the contract was complete.
しかし、まあモテる女の辛いとこよな。
But, well, popular women have it rough.
金蔵はこともあろうか、わらわに恋をした。
Hello, Manami Mikazuki. I haven't seen you before. Welcome to the streams. By some turn of events, Kinzo fell in love with me. That horny old bastard.
じい様も金眼が進んでたんだろうよ。
Grandfather's nearsightedness must have gotten pretty bad.
ついでに乱視だな。
With stigmatism too.
よりによってお前に惚れるとはよ。
To fall in love with you of all things. Like I'd ever do that.
まあわらわにとっては迷惑この上ない話よ。
Well, to me, there could be nothing more bothersome.
しかし人間の力とは恐ろしいもので
However, the power of humans is a frightening thing.
な。あれは恐ろしい力を発揮してわらわをこの地へ釘付けにしたのだ。
He displayed that fearsome power and rooted me to this place.
わらわが首を縦に振らぬ限り解放せぬと言ってな。
He said I wouldn't be freed until I nodded my head in agreement. Okay. Is this all about Beatrice taking her revenge on Kinzo? Like, the only way she could be released is through the epitaph. Like, she made that contract with him and everything was fine, but Kinzo was like, oh, Beatrice! And then he was like, created a spell to like bind her, and that made her lose her memories. And like, then she got them back at some point, and like, the epitaph was the only way to regain her true potential. And like, so that's why she's killing everybody? So then all we have to do is find a way to get her back her power without murdering everybody. And I think that's maybe the key to solving all this. He said I wouldn't be freed until I nodded my head in agreement.
なんとも強引な男よ。
Such an overbearing man.
すげえじゃねえかよ。
Isn't that awesome?
じい様がオカルトかぶれなのは誰もが知るところだが、
Everyone knew grandfather was obsessed with the occult.
大魔女ベアトリーチェ様を釘付けにするほどの力があったとはな。
But who would have guessed he had the power to root down the great witch Beatrice?
バカバカしい。
Ridiculous.
そんなおかしな話信じると思うか。
Who'd believe such a weird story?
やはり信じぬか。
As I thought, you don't believe.
俺が信じるのは、お前が森の中の秘密屋敷に隠居していたって事実だけだ。
All I believe is the fact that you lived in this hidden mansion in the middle of the forest.
お前こそが六軒島の19人目なんだろう。
You are the 19th person on Rokunjima, right?
いかにも。
Indeed.
そなたの想像通り、ここは六軒島の森深く。
Oh, interesting. So there is another house there. Just as you imagine, this is deep within the forest of Rokunjima.
外界からは見つけることもかなわぬ隠し屋敷。
A hidden mansion not to be found from the outside world. My god, how does he keep it clean? Jeez.
その名もクワドリア。
Its name is Kuadorian, Nine Birds Retreat.
そういや、ゲストハウスの正しい名はトライアンだって聞いたな。
Come to think of it, I heard the guest house real name was Torian. Visitor's Retreat.
なるほど。ネーミングセンスは近いな。
I see, the naming sense is similar.
そして、お前はそこに隠居していたじい様の愛人。
So you were grandfather's mistress who lived here in secret.
そうだな。
Isn't that right?
愛人というのは正しくない。
Mistress isn't the right way to say it.
金蔵の片思いであったと言うべきだろう。
You should probably call it Kinzo's unrequited love.
先ほども話したであろう。
I spoke of it just now, correct?
あれが勝手にわらわに惚れた。
He fell in love with me of his own accord.
そしてわらわに求愛したが、それをわらわは拒んだ。
Hello, Ji-chan. Welcome to the stream. He then courted me, but I rejected him.
そしてわらわをこの隠し屋敷へ閉じ込めたの。
Then I was shut up in this hidden mansion.
いや、屋敷に閉じ込めたというのは正しくないか。
No, that's not quite right.
この体に閉じ込めたというべきか。
It would be more correct to say that I was shut up in this body.
最後が何を言ってるのかわかんねえぜ。
I've got no idea what you just said at the end there.
どうせそなたはバカにして聞かぬであろう。
You'll just make fun of it and you refuse to listen, right?
何しろ魔女も魔法も信じぬという。
After all, you say you don't believe in witches or magic.
語れど聞く耳を持たぬというならば、
If you have no ears to hear what I tell you,
それを口にするは愚の骨頂だ。
saying it would be the pinnacle of foolishness.
Ugh.
信じるかどうかは俺が判断するぜ。
I'll decide whether I believe it or not.
聞かなきゃ話も進まねえしな。
After all, if I don't ask, the story won't continue.
Oh, the time is around 10:50 at night. Doi. Welcome to the stream, by the way.
話せよ。
Tell me.
お前の昔話を。
Let's hear this story from your past.
Very well.
金蔵はわらわに求愛を拒まれたが、それ式でへこたれる男ではない。
I refused Kinzo when he courted me, but he was not a man to lose heart at something like that.
どうあってもわらわの首を縦に振らせたかった。
He wanted to make me nod my head in agreement no matter what.
わらわをこの屋敷へ閉じ込め、わらわを口説き落とそうと永遠の時間を費やしたのだ。
He shut me up in this mansion and spent an eternity trying to win my heart. What a class act, eh?
強引なやつだな。
Talk about overbearing.
しつこい男は嫌われるだろ。
Guess no one likes obstinate men, huh?
求愛に応えるかどうかは別にして、
Regardless of whether I responded to his courting or not.
男をそこまで必死にさせるのは、まあ女としてそう不愉快ではない。
Having a man so desperate for me was, well, as a woman it wasn't so unpleasant.
しかしわらわは決して首を縦には振らなかった。
However, I never accepted his proposal.
なんとかその戒めから逃れようとしたが、
I tried to find some way to break through his guard,
あれの結界は強固で破れなかった。
but that barrier was firm, and I couldn't crack it.
それで
And then?
さまざまな抵抗を試みた結果、
After trying to resist in various ways,
金蔵の結界から逃れるには肉の体を捨てるほかないという結論に至った。
I eventually reached the conclusion that to escape from Kinzo's barrier, I would have to throw away this body of flesh.
肉体というものは魔法を語る上でとても制約の多い器なのだ。
So that's what they mean by Beatrice gave up her form. That what they were talking about in episode 1. I see. The physical body is a vessel, with many restrictions for a magic user.
肉の体を捨てる？
Throw away your body of flesh?
なんだよそれ。
What the hell does that mean?
幽体離脱みたいなものか？
Something like an out-of-body experience?
まあそんなものと考えればよい。
Well, if you want to think of it that way.
しかしわらわは精霊ではない。
However, I am no spirit.
魔女ではあっても、もともとは肉の体で生まれ落ちた人間だ。
Even though I am a witch, in the beginning I was born with a human's body of flesh.
Just like Burncastle. Yep, as I thought. Yep.
そのわらわにとって肉体を捨てるということは、
So for me, throwing away that physical body,
死を意味するほどではないにしても、それに準ずる覚悟が必要だった。
well, it didn't mean the same thing as death. It did require a similar level of resolve.
それはつまり
So in other words,
自殺することでしか解放されないと決意したって意味なのか？
you decided that you couldn't be released except by suicide, is that it?
自殺ではない。
It wasn't suicide.
あくまでも肉の体を捨てるだけのことだ。
It was nothing more than throwing away my body of flesh. As you can see, I'm very much alive.
もちろん魂だけになるのは心もとない。
Of course, becoming nothing more than soul is a precarious situation.
魂は肉の体を出れば、太陽の強い風に絶えずさらされてしまう。
When the soul leaves its body of flesh, it is constantly exposed to the strong winds of the sun.
それによって吹き散らされないように自らを維持するのは、わらわとて容易なことではない。
It was not easy for me to maintain myself and avoid being scattered by them.
できることなら避けたい最後の手段だ。
It was a final measure that I wanted to avoid if I could.
しかし金蔵の結界から逃れるにはそれしかなかったのだ。
However, there was no other way to break through Kinzo's barrier.
何しろわらわは自由人。
Anyway, I am an unfettered person.
金蔵の生が果てるまでカゴにて飼われるのはごめんというもの。
I couldn't stand being kept in a cage until Kinzo's life was over. I couldn't see this stuff Beator kept going on about throwing away her body of flesh, as anything more than suicide. Grandfather persistently courted her, and to escape from that, she chose her own death?
それで自殺したってのか？
So you're... Oh,
So you're saying you committed suicide?
何を言ってやがる。
What are you talking about?
当のお前はそこでのんびりガーデンチェアに腰掛けてるじゃねえか。
Isn't that you sitting carefree there in the garden chair?
そうだ。
that's right.
それこそが金蔵によって与えられた新たな檻だったのだ。
That is the new cage I was given by Kinzo.
檻？
Cage?
この屋敷のことか。
You mean this mansion?
違う。
No.
そこのガーデンチェアにてくつろぐわらわの体のことだ。
I mean my body, relaxing in the garden chair over there.
金蔵は魂となって抜け出そうとしたわらわを
Even though I was so desperate to escape that I became not but a soul,
それでもなお逃すつもりはなかったのだ。
Kinzo still had no intention of letting me go.
いやいや恐ろしいや
Oh, he was a fearsome person.
つ。普通は片思いの女が死んでみせれば100年の恋も冷めるであろうに。
Normally, when the object of one's unrequited love shows she is willing to die, it should be enough to bring that person to their senses, even if their love has lasted 100 years. But that old bastard Kinzo just doesn't know when to quit, does he?
だからこそあれも魔術師の端くれなのだ。
Perhaps that's why even he managed to become a sorcerer of sorts.
さっぱりわからねえ魔女っ子トークで煙に巻くな。
Don't try to confuse me with that incomprehensible witch girl talk.
つまりなんだってんだ。
What exactly are you trying to say?
金蔵は魂となったわらわすらも逃さなかったということだ。
That Kinzo didn't let me escape, even after I became a soul.
人間の思いというやつは恐ろしい。
Human emotions are terrifying.
これほどまでの魔力を発揮するとは。
And to think he would be able to exhibit such power,
死者の魂をつなぎ止めるなど、
tying down a dead soul.
それを専門に弓道する魔術師でもおいそれと至れぬ境地よ。
It is not something that can be accomplished easily, not even for a magician who specializes in such matters.
わらわはそれを知るからこそ金蔵の恐るべき魔力にその時初めて驚愕した。
Because I knew this, Kinzo's fearful magical power shocked me for the first time.
そして金蔵はわらわの魂を捕まえ連れ戻したのだ。
Then Kinzo seized my soul and brought me back.
だが魂を捕らえておく檻は鉄でも鉛でも作れない。
However, a cage to hold a seized soul cannot be made from iron or lead.
ただ一つを除いて
Only one thing remained.
なんだよ。
What?
魔法の檻だとでも言い出すのかよ。
You aren't gonna say it was a magical cage or something, are you?
違う。
Wrong.
わらわやそなたのようなこの肉の体だ。
It's that body of flesh over there, just like yours or mine.
肉と血でできた檻だけが 魂をこの世につなぎ止める。
Only a cage made of flesh and blood can tie a soul down to this world.
金蔵はわらわの魂をわらわと瓜二つに作り上げた肉の檻に再び閉じ込めたのだ。
Kinzo shut my soul up in a cage of flesh, built to be exactly like me. Interesting. Yeah. It was confusing for a while, so... She had an original childhood, and then Kinzo really fucked her up. My god. Kinzo is the actual bad guy here. Jesus Christ. My gosh, jeez. Holy shit. Damn. Okay. So Battler, you should try to find this mansion and free your real physical body. Ah, jeez. Does that mean that... Wait a minute. Is Kinzo doing all this messed up shit then? Wait. Wait. Damn it, is this all Kinzo's fault? Is this really all Kinzo's fault? Oh my god, that stupid asshole. Literally everything. Kinzo did everything wrong. I'm going to go on record saying that now. Kinzo did everything wrong. Oh god. I fucking knew she wasn't that evil. I knew it. She's just trying to get revenge on Kinzo, and she can resurrect people when she wants, so... I mean, oh god. So then, do we even want them to find the gold? Oh man, jeez.
要約するとこういうことか。
So to sum up, it's like this.
じい様がしつこく求愛するんで嫌になり自殺したが。
Grandfather obstinately courted you, you started to hate it, and you committed suicide.
うまく死にきれなかったってことだろ。
But you weren't clever enough to finish the job?
まりくどい言い方しやがってからに。
Damn, you really took a roundabout way to say something like that.
いいや違う。
No, that's wrong.
わらわはホムンクルスの種子に魂を閉じ込められ。
Oh, so now we're just saying homunculus outright. Okay, interesting. I was wondering when homunculus would be brought up. Because isn't that what Shannon and Kanon and Genji are supposed to be? So were they original souls that got shut up into homunculi, or were they just created as homunculus? My soul was shut up in the seed of a homunculus,
試験管の中より生まれ入れたのだ。
and I was born out of a test tube.
は
Ah!
バカバカしい。
But that's crazy!
そんなのあるわけねえだろ。
That isn't even possible, right? I mean, it's not like being able to see the past. That's totally possible.
生命を生み出す奇跡すらも金蔵は成し遂げたのだ。
Also, being able to see an alternate dimension version of yourself, that's totally possible too. But that, there's no way that's possible.
Kinzo accomplished even the miracle of creating life,
わらわの魂を閉じ込める檻にするためだけにな。
and simply to shut up my soul in that cage.
己の恋心だけでこれほどの魔力を見せるとは。
And that he would show such magical power simply because of his own love.
つくづく恐ろしいやつよ。
A thoroughly terrifying person.
ああ、もうさすがにバカバカしくなってきたぜ。
It's already gotten pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, but he's clearly not watching a movie.
なだけ言ってろってんだ。
Say whatever you want.
俺は何も信じねえぜ。
I won't believe anything.
勝手にやってやがれってんだ。
Just do what you like.
なんだその不愉快な態度は。
Now what's with this unpleasant attitude?
最初は何か重大なヒントが隠されているだろうと多少の興味を示したが、
In the beginning, I showed a little interest, thinking that there might be some huge hint hidden here.
聞けば聞くほどおかしな話になっていく。
But the more I ask, the weirder this story starts to get.
魔女を否定するゲームのはずなのに。
I get the feeling that even though this is supposed to be a game about denying witches,
いつの間にか魔女話を鵜呑みにさせられていく気がするぜ。
I'm suddenly being forced to just swallow this story about witches.
悪いがこれ以上耳を貸す気はねえな。
Look at how she's pouting like this. Oh my god, jeez. Oh my god, look at her pout. Oh my, she's so cute.
Sorry, but I don't feel like listening to this anymore.
勝手に好きなだけほざいてろよ。
Just keep rambling on to yourself as much as you want. I'll just stand here being an asshole. But, you know, you just kill people for fun, so I guess we're kind of even.
耳クソでもほざいてるからよ。
I'll be over here picking at my earwax or something.
Oh, Beatrice, oh my god. Oh my god. She's sad. Oh. Oh, look how sad she is. Oh god. Huh. Oh. Exactly. Oh my god, this is so adorable actually. Oh my god. Oh my god, just look at this picture of these two together. Just look at this. They look kind of like a couple like this. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh. When I started acting cold, Beato seemed unusually discouraged. Of course, her expression was still shameless, but in that really easy to understand expression of hers, I had the feeling I was able to catch a glimpse of loneliness at my failure to find the story of her past interesting. For some reason, that subtle reaction made her seem pitiful. So even though I kept my careless attitude, I decided to cover for her slightly. Damn it. Even though she's an irritating witch, I'm still weak against her because her chromosomes are XX. Jesus.
ま、信じる気は毛頭ねえけどよ。
Well, Battler, if my theory about Shannon is true, I don't think chromosomes have anything to do with it. Jeez.
Well, I've got absolutely no desire to believe you, but
続けろよ。
keep going.
お茶菓子代わりに聞いてやるぜ。
Let's have a bit of a story instead of a tea snack.
わらわの身の上話が茶化扱いとはな。
So, you treat the story of my past like little more than a snack. Oh my god!
そこまでこき下ろされてまでのこのこ語ると思うか？
Do you expect me to just casually tell you when you insult me like that, Baka?
I mean, no!
After I made fun of her, Beato reacted a little sensitively. This is so cute! Oh my god! I know, but he's also attracted to Shannon. Is what I mean, OA. After I made fun of her, Beato reacted a little sensitively. It looked like even though making fun of people was her specialty, she was horrible at being made fun of by others. Oh my god! I have a little bit of Mu Iruma in me, as much as it loathes me to say. Just then, my black teacup suddenly made a sound, surprising me.
お嬢様の魂は捕らえられ、新しい生命の檻に吹き込まれました。
Milady's soul was seized and breathed into a cage of new life.
それはつまり、お嬢様が再び人間として生を受けたということです。
In other words, Milady received life as a human once more. Before I realized it, the demon butler had taken my cup and was adding more black tea to it.
ロノウェ、
Rodove,
もうその話はよい。
enough of that.
こやつはバカバカしくて危険と言うでな。
This person just said it was too ridiculous to be worth listening to.
わらわもバカバカしくて話す気にもならぬ。
Well, he's too ridiculous to be worth talking to.
新しいクッキーを今焼かせているところでございます。
Tsundere Beatrice, I never thought I would see the day. Oh my god. Holy shit. I'm baking some new cookies right now.
それまでお茶菓子代わりにお嬢様の昔話がちょうどいいかと思いまして。
Until they're ready, I thought you might find the story of Milady's past to be a perfect substitute for a snack. Cuckoo.
もうわらわの話は良いというのに。
Didn't I say that's enough talking about me?
揃って不愉快な奴らだ。
Such unpleasant people, the lot of you.
わらわは席を外すぞ。
I'm leaving.
ロノウェ、給仕を済ませたらとっとと下がるのだぞ。
Rodove, serve our food and then go.
バトラと無駄話などするでないぞ。
No pointless chit-chat with Battler.
かしこまりました。
Certainly.
努力いたします。
I will make an effort. Oh my god! I love cute Beatrice! Oh my god! Oh baby. Oh my god! Oh my god! I never imagined this side of her! Beatrice's short temper peculiar to women, which I didn't really understand, took hold of her, and she turned her body into gold butterflies, scattered, and disappeared. After that, only Renove and the scent of the black tea were left.
なんだか俺が怒らせたみたいで気分が悪いぜ。
I feel kind of bad, like I pissed her off or something.
ご自覚があられるようですので、これ以上申し上げることはございませんよ。
As long as you're aware of it yourself, I need say nothing more.
ちょっと待てよ。
Ooh, wait a sec.
とどめを刺したのはお前だろうが。
Weren't you the one who struck the finishing blow? This is your fault! Ugh. She can't be my waifu!
はて、何のことやら。
My, what could you mean by that?
お砂糖とミルクはいかがですかな？
How would you like some sugar and milk?
ミルクだけでいいぜ。
Just milk will be fine.
あとお茶菓子も欲しいな。
And some tea snacks would be nice too.
クッキーが焼けるにはまだ時間がかかりますよ。
Well, it will be a bit longer before the cookies are ready.
チャカの代わりがあるって言ったぜ。
Didn't you say we've already got something to use in place of a snack? It's not like I want to hear backstory or anything, Baka.
かしこまりました。
Certainly.
ご清聴をいただけるのでしたら続きをお話しいたします。
If you will listen quietly, I will continue the story.
Homunculus がなんとかって言ったな。
She said something about a homunculus. I've seen a couple of anime here, but they're pretty badass. artificial humans.
一応は知ってるぜ。
Oh, I know a bit about that.
あれだろ
It's that thing, right? From that anime?
錬金術だかで作り出せ人造人間のことだろ
A manufactured human created with alchemy or something.
はい。
Yes.
お嬢様の魂はホムンクルスに閉じ込められ、再び赤子となって生を受け、この世に蘇ったのです。
Milady's soul was shut up in a homunculus, and she was revived into this world, receiving life again as a baby.
しかし赤子でございますから、
However, because she was a baby,
金蔵様が愛を語ろうとも、それは無駄なことでございます。
any professions of love on Kinzo's part would have been quite useless, and also extremely illegal and terrifying.
まさか
You aren't saying
じいさまはその赤ん坊をこの隠し屋敷に
that grandfather shut up that baby in this hidden mansion
同じ年に成長するまで閉じ込めたってのか
until it grew to reach the same age she'd been?
はい。
Correct. Your grandfather is a really messed up fuck.
そのまさかでございます。
That is what I'm saying.
しかし魂は同じといえど、人間の魂はその器に強く影響を受けます。
However, while her soul was the same, a human spirit is strongly influenced by its container.
お嬢様はかつての記憶をすべて失われ、
I
ごく
see.
普通の人間の少女として成長されました。
So that's what we were just seeing there. Milady lost all her memories of the past, and grew up as a very normal human girl.
それが、そこのガーデンチェアに座ってるベアートだってのか
And you're... Exactly. I agree, Doi. Seriously. Yo, Kinzo is the worst. He is the ultimate villain here. Seriously. I agree, Doi. Seriously. And you're saying that's the Beato sitting in the garden chair?
はい、
Yes,
その通りでございます。
that is correct.
まさに瓜二つに成長なされました。
It grew to be completely identical.
しかし魔女としての力は持ち合わせておりません。
However, it did not possess her power as a witch.
Jesus fuck. That's gratitude for you, like Kinzo. She gave him a ton of gold and as thanks he does this to her? Jesus Christ. I wonder how she got her witch power back.
あくまでも人間としてのお嬢様なのです。
Milady was completely human.
Beato, who was sitting in the garden chair, looking up at the sky, voiced that same question again. She asked who she was. Oh my god, then I bet the idea of love is something completely abhorrent to her. Oh god. Jeez. If that's what she grew up thinking love was, Jesus Christ. Well, grew up, the second time, but jeez. Wow. Fucking hell, jeez. She asked who she was. The meaning of those words were finally starting to click. She couldn't understand why she was living here all locked up. Grandfather had seized Beatrice's soul, shut it up in a body of flesh, and then shut that up in a hidden mansion. Kinzo has not done one correct thing his entire life. However, since she had lived here since the time of her birth, she couldn't even understand who she was, or why she lived shut up in there. Wait, who would take such a stupid story seriously?
Not me, who doesn't believe in all this magic that we're seeing right now. Why don't I change my interpretation? In other words, couldn't it be something like this? Grandfather met Beatrice. He then fell in love with her and courted her, but she didn't accept him. Then he flew into a rage and shut her up inside this hidden mansion. Beatrice tried to escape, but no matter what she did, she couldn't succeed. So she finally chose her own death. And then... No. Yeah, he revived the family with her help. And then what did he do? He friggin' just betrays her because of his own friggin' horny desires. My God, jeez. Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. And then, no. Maybe there was a girl who looked just like Beatrice. No, a baby. But then how would he possibly know that she would grow up to look exactly the same? Grandfather raised this child with care. Then maybe he didn't view this child as his daughter. Ugh. This is kind of revolting. The soul was once again shut up in a cage of flesh. Those words probably meant that he didn't view this kid as her child, but as her reincarnation. Maybe that's what it meant. If you'd interpret it that way, even a story this weird might make a little sense. No. This might be some bullshit Beato cooked up to confuse me. As if I could accept any of this. In the first place, Coadorian, was it? There's no proof whatsoever that a hidden mansion actually existed. Couldn't this be something she just fabricated on the spot?
六軒島の森の中にはクワドリアンという隠し屋敷が実在します。
Oh! Renove breaking out the red! A hidden mansion called Coadorian does exist in the forests of Rogunjima.
それが今話をしていた場所です。
That is the place we were just talking about.
Huh? Red?
Renove used the red to say that Coadorian actually existed. Did that mean the same thing as the red Beato used?
これでも悪魔の端くれでございますので。
I may not look it, but I am a demon.
お嬢様には内緒にしてくださいね。
Please keep this a secret from milady, yes? Hello, Armora. Welcome to the stream. Sure. Beato, who knew I would just try to trip her up, had grown extremely cautious when using red. To think that Renove could also use the red, however, it was the red of a crafty man. I didn't know how far I could accept it. But anyway, I might be able to get some kind of hint out of it.
このクワドリアンの庭でくつろいでるベアトとさっきのじい様との会話は真実なのか?
So that Beato relaxing in the garden of Coadorian and that conversation she had with grandfather were the truth?
はい。
Yes,
真実です。
it is the truth.
かつ実際にこの場所でお二人はこのような会話をなされました。
In the past, the pair actually had a conversation like that in this place.
助かるぜ。
Thanks a lot.
さらに赤で頼む。
I'll ask for some more red.
あいつホムンクルスから生まれたなんて言いやがったが。
You said she was born from a homunculus.
そんな非科学的な魔法的存在実在するのか?
But does that kind of unscientific, magical thing actually exist?
その問いかけにはお答えできません。
I am unable to answer that question.
理由はステイルメイトになるからでございます。
Okay, thanks, Zoe. Thank you so much for coming. Have a good time at work. After all, doing so would cause a stalemate.
ステイルメイト?
A stalemate?
なんだそりゃ。
What does that mean? Well,
Come on.
チェスの用語で千日手のパーペチュアルと同様に
You should know what a stalemate is, Battler. I guess it's in because he said it in English. It's a chess term referring to a state in which, similar to a perpetual check,
それ以上のゲーム進行が不可能になる宣言です。
any further progress in a game becomes impossible.
これは千日手とは正反対で
And this would be the opposite of an endless repetition of moves.
指し手がなくなるある種の手詰まりの状態を指します。
Because all moves would disappear, and it would bring about a kind of deadlock.
パーペチュアルに同じでチェスではこれを引き分けにしております。
In chess, this would lead to a draw, just as a perpetual check would.
ただしお嬢様とバトラ様のゲームでは引き分けがございません。
However, there can be no draws in the game between you and Milady.
ですのでステイルメイトになる質問には赤でお答えすることができないのです。
Therefore, I am unable to answer a question that would bring about a stalemate. How would it bring about a
よ
stalemate?
くわからねえこと言って煙に巻いてるが。
Now, I'm trying to think how that would bring about a stalemate, because let's think about the possible answers. If it was yes, then wouldn't that automatically mean that Battler would lose the game? Because if something like a homunculus definitely existed, yeah, that would just end the game right there. And if, yeah, because... And if it was not, then exactly like the opposite. Well, not the opposite. Because that doesn't disprove that other magic exists. But the thing is, again, it's the... Like, all you have to do is show that one magical thing exists, and then the door is completely open. Which is, again, why I don't understand that, the game is to make Battler believe, but... I don't understand why Battler doesn't take the circumstances that he's finding himself in now as proof of magic. I get that. I get that, Matt. But, like, I don't understand how Battler can not believe in magic when he's seeing, like, alternate dimension versions of himself and things like that, and flashbacks and things. That's the thing I don't quite get. And like, he literally saw like people get resurrected and killed over and over, and things like. That's a very good question, eh, Matt? Okay, good. I'm glad that's gonna be. I'm glad I'm not just saying something that never gets brought up again, because that's. Okay, great. Oh, keep going? Okay, you really want me to keep going. It'll be explained. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, PDI.
you obviously want to confuse me by saying incomprehensible stuff.
つまりホモンクルスなんて魔法的存在が実在するって赤で言えないからごまかしてるだけなんだろ。
But simply put, you're trying to dodge the question because you can't use the red to say that something magical like a homunculus exists, right?
仮に私が赤で魔女は実在すると言ったらバトラ様はどういたしますか？
If I were to say in red that a witch exists, what would you do, Battler-sama?
それを信じるか信じないかで俺たちは大喧嘩してるんじゃねえかよ。
Whether or not I believe that is what our whole fight's about, right?
それを言われちまったら身も蓋もないぜ。
If I was told that point blank,
ゲームオーバーだ。
it'd be game over.
魔女は存在すると赤で申し上げたなら バトラ様には反論の余地がありません。
If I said a witch exists in red, you would have no room for an argument.
しかしバトラ様はその理由が示されない以上それを受け入れないでしょう。
However, since the reason would never have been made clear to you, Battler-sama, you probably wouldn't accept it.
しかし赤で語られる以上反論の余地もなく証拠も示されない。
However, after being told that in red, you would have no room for argument, and would not have been shown any proof.
この場合バトラ様は
In this situation,
敗北を認められないにもかかわらず反論の手がなく手詰まりとなってしまいます。
even though you wouldn't be able to admit defeat, you would have no way to make a counter-argument, and it would become a deadlock.
チェックメイトされていないにもかかわらず次なる指し手が存在しない。
Even though checkmate would not have been reached, there would be no existing moves left. Okay, I see.
バトラ様が次の一手を打てない以上お嬢様に手番が回ってくることはなく。
It kind of gets confusing, Matt, when Battler says stuff like magic doesn't exist, rather than saying stuff like magic wasn't used to commit the murders. Because it's really weird to hear him say magic doesn't exist when he's literally seeing magic in the meta world, in the fifth dimension here, right now. And also, from Higurashi, we know magic does exist in universe. So it's kind of, it's just very specific. And, like, I guess the thing is, well, are they expanding that definition of what exactly could and couldn't be done with magic from Higurashi in Umineko, or not? Are they still going by the very strict definitions that Higurashi laid down? Or is it, or is he expanding it? And that's the question, basically, being asked, essentially.
Since you would not be able to play your next hand, it would never become Milady's turn.
ゲームはそこで永遠に止まってしまう。
And the game would stop there for all eternity.
その結果お嬢様があなたを屈服させることもできない。
As a result, Milady would be unable to force you to submit.
これが手詰まりの状態です。
That would be a deadlock situation.
それを回避するため
In order to avoid that,
このような形になるご質問には赤でお答えすることができないのです。
I am unable to answer questions of this nature in red.
早い話が身も蓋もない質問は禁止だとそう言いたいわけだな。
So, to say it quickly, you're saying point-blank questions are prohibited.
まあそりゃそうだよな。
Well, that's true, I guess.
赤で魔女は実在するって言われちまったら俺は鼻からお手上げだぜ。
If I were told a witch exists, I'd have to give up from the start. I bet a lot of readers ask this to Ryukishi, and he's putting this in the story right now for them.
ご理解いただけて助かります。
I am pleased that you understand.
他の形の質問でしたらご協力できるかと思いますよ。
I believe we might be able to work together if you ask your questions in a different form.
奴がはぐらかした復唱要求には答えられるか。
Can you help me with that line Beatrice dodged when I told her to repeat it?
この島の人数だ。
About the number of people on this island?
お嬢様が保留されている復唱要求にももちろん答えられませんよ。
If Milady held back on repeating it, then of course I cannot respond.
お嬢様の家具でございますので出過ぎた真似はできかねます。
As Milady's furniture, I am unable to be too forward. Renove made an exaggerated gesture, trying to act like a royal retainer. This guy's so shameless.
一瞬でも使えるやつと思ったのによ。
Just when I thought you actually might be useful.
諦めて他の質問を探すか。
I'll give up on that and search for a different question.
そうだ。
That's right.
大事なことを確認するのを忘れてた。
I was forgetting to check something important.
これはベアとの思い出話なんだろ。
This is a story about Beato's memories, right?
いつの話なんだ。
When did it happen?
まさか現在ってことはないだろう。
It couldn't be happening right now, right?
はい。
Correct.
ここは1967年の世界。
This is the world of 1967.
Interesting. And yet she hasn't aged a day in nearly 20 years. I wonder if that's proof enough for Battler. Then again, you know, look at how Natsuhi looks. Look at how Kirie looks for their age. So I don't know if that should be considered a thing. Jeez. Given how young a lot of the ladies look, regardless of their age, in with this art style, original and this one.
19年前の世界でございます。
In the world of 19 years previous. Let's try rearranging this story again. I wonder if it couldn't be something like this. Grandfather fell in unrequited love with a person called Beatrice. Then he could find her in this hidden mansion and continue to court her. That's true. Kinzo didn't age a day either from the flashback. You're right, Nagels. My god. That is absolutely true, which is kind of weird. Like, you think his hair would be at least a bit less gray. That's interesting. Then he confined her in this hidden mansion and continued to court her. But she was stubborn and didn't give in. Eventually, she grew pessimistic about being able to escape from here, and probably committed suicide. And then her soul was put in a homunculus. And... No. Hello, Guppy Force and Luck Laster. Welcome to the stream, I don't... No, if I accept that, it's the same as accepting the witch. I could interpret that part like this. She probably had a... What? Posthumous daughter? Grandfather must have believed that her soul had been placed in a new physical body, and might have thought the child was the reincarnation of Beatrice. This means, at least 19 years ago, Beato existed on this island as the 19th person, and,
混乱してきたぜ。
I'm starting to get confused.
いずれにせよ、憶測の域を出ない。
Either way, we can't do more than speculate.
確実に赤で言えることは、
The only thing we can say for sure in red.
1967年の六軒島の隠し屋敷に人間としてのベアトリーチェが存在した。
Is that in 1967, in a hidden mansion on Rokenjima, Beatrice existed as a human.
それだけだ。
That's all.
その通りでございます。
That is correct.
1967年の六軒島の隠し屋敷に人間としてのベアトリーチェ様が存在した。
In 1967, in a hidden mansion on Rokenjima, Beatrice-sama existed as a human.
ああ、サンキュー。
Oh, thank you. Hello, T. Welcome to the stream.
助かるぜ。
That really helps.
おめでとうございます。
Congratulations.
これでバトラ様の19人目の駒はその存在がはっきりしました。
With this, you have made clear the existence of the piece known as the 19th person.
バトラ様が熱望された18人以外に罪をなすりつけられる19人目の人間。
A 19th human for you to blame, just as you longed for.
いかなる罪をもなすりつけることのできる生贄の羊。
A sacrificial sheep upon which you can shift the blame of any crime.
それがお嬢様とは実に愉快。
How amusing that it happens to be milady. Renove laughed indiscreetly. Somehow, I didn't like how he put that, so I didn't feel like laughing along with him. He is slowly warming up to her. He is slowly warming up to Beatrice, and this is amazing. Oh my god, are we gonna get like a slow burn romance here? Because, oh my god. Oh my god, jeez. That would be incredible. Oh, hold on for a second. I just need to get something. I will be right back. I don't know what it is with like, there are some days where in the beginning of the stream I'm feeling fine, and then later on I feel like really, I don't know, just my stamina is the weirdest. Then in the beginning of this stream, I thought for sure I wasn't gonna have any stamina, but now I feel completely fine, which is really weird. Oh, Lambda's Diary, Armora, is what you're mentioning? Well, that is interesting. In the easily available version, there was some notes that gave way too much. Interesting. Okay. Is that okay for me to read after episode 3, Armora?
That's right.
ローザおばさんは言った。
There's the thing Aunt Rosa said.
ベアトリーチェは死んだ。
Beatrice is dead.
私が殺した。
I killed her.
どういう意味なんだ。
What did that mean?
それは私の口から語るよりも実際に顛末をご覧になった方が早いでしょう。
As for that, it may be faster to see the actual circumstances, rather than listen to me tell you. Let me show you with my magical flashbacks.
There's no such thing as magic!
Really? Really? Okay.
少々時計を進めましょう。
Let us advance the clock a little more. Renove pulled a stylish pocket watch from his pocket and touched the watch stem. As soon as he did, I saw gold butterflies gather behind his back and take the form of a person. Oh, is Beatrice back? Was it Beato? I quickly realized that it was someone else. Is it one of the 7 deadly sins? Yep, okay. It was her. The oldest sister of the 7 stakes, who loved tormenting me more than her 3 meals a day. If I don't consider myself lucky to see that sexy ass, I won't be able to keep up with their torture game.
ロノウェ様、
Renove-sama,
まだこちらにおられましたか。
so you're still here.
ベアトリーチェ様が至急お呼びです。
This is an urgent call from Beatrice-sama.
はて、
My.
至急のどのようなご用や
What kind of urgent business could it be?
ら、少々バトラ様とのおしゃべりが過ぎたようですね。
It seems my chat with Battler-sama has run a tad long.
それではバトラ様、私めはこれで失礼させていただきます。
Well then, Battler-sama, if you will excuse me,
どうか引き続きお嬢様とのゲームをお楽しみください。
please continue to enjoy your game with my lady.
へいへい、
Yeah.
せいぜい楽しむぜ。
I'll enjoy it as best I
あん
can.
たはデアトより話が弾むからな。
Because my conversations go a lot more smoothly when they're with you as opposed to her.
赤も気前よく使ってくれるしよ。
And you're more gracious with that red, too.
ぜひまたおしゃべりに来いよな。
Come and talk again anytime you'd like.
And here's where Beatrice goes like, are you fucking kidding me?
バトラ様、
Battler-sama.
私めもこう見えてもお嬢様の家具、
And despite how I look, I am my lady's furniture.
お嬢様が望まぬことはできませんよ。
I can do nothing that my lady does not desire.
私が語った赤は本来ならお嬢様が自らの口で語るべきもの。
What I said in red was something that normally should have come from my lady's mouth.
へそを曲げてしまわれたお嬢様に代わって赤き真実を披露したに過ぎません。
I did nothing more than announce the red truth in my lady's place that she sulked.
やっぱ俺へそを曲げてたよな。
So she really was sulking then?
Seeing me and Renove incomprehensibly hitting it off, that steak Nei-chan cocked her head curiously.
ロノウェ様、
Renove-sama,
ベアトリーチェ様をお待たせしております。
we are keeping Beatrice-sama waiting.
お急ぎを。
Let us hurry.
ええ、直ちに参ります。
Yes, I shall go immediately.
それではバトラ様、後ほど。
Well, Battler-sama, I will see you later.
ようやく仲良くなれてきましたね。
It appears that we have finally started getting along. We might get along better in some dojinshi, if you get what I'm saying.
No, not happening.
Oh, sure.
やはり良い友人になれる気がします。
As I thought, I have a feeling that we'll manage to become good friends.
ベアトの陰口仲間ってことならな。
Sure, if you mean partners gossiping behind Beato's back.
ロノウェ様、
Renove-sama!
はいはい、
Yes, yes.
それでは失礼いたします。
If you will excuse me. Maybe she didn't like seeing him act so friendly with me. Or maybe she really had been told to hurry. When the steak Nei-chan let out a thunderous cry, Renove laughed frivolously and disappeared as if running away.
煉獄の七杭が長女のこの私がこの程度の用事で呼びつけられるなんて。
Why am I, the oldest sister of the seven stakes of purgatory, being summoned for menial tasks like this?
ベアトリーチェ様もこの程度なら他の暇そうな妹たちに言いつければいいのに。
Even though Beatrice-sama could have told one of the younger sisters, who looked like they had nothing better to do. Sheesh.
何をカリカリしてんだよ姉ちゃん。
What's so grumpy, Nei-chan?
腹減ってんならクッキーでも食えよ。
If you're hungry, eat a Snickers. Or a cookie or something.
最後の一枚をくれてやるぜ。
Why don't I give you the last one?
Huh?
気が利くじゃない。
How thoughtful.
なら一ついただこうかしら。
Then shall I take one? I casually pushed the snack plate with the last remaining cookie over to her.
ありがとう。
Thank you. Ooh! As though coming as a period at the end of the sentence, a sharp sound pierced the table. The nails of 3 of her fingers extended, grew sharp, and pierced the space between my fingers on the hand that was pushing the plate, missing them by a hair's breadth. It had happened in an instant, so for a while I didn't even realize that her fingernails had grown. The tips of those sharp nails were like blades with a red manicure. The spaces between the faces of my fingers hurt sharply. Those razor-like blades had been plunged into the table a hair's breadth away from the back of my hand and my fingers. Because of those 3 blades, I was unable to even let my careless right hand tremble, and by now, all I could do was let a bead of cold sweat drip down. Whoa!
姉ちゃん、そろそろ爪を切った方がいいぜ。
Nei-chan, isn't it about time you cut your nails?
ルシファーよ。
It's Lucifer.
それが誇り高き私の名。
That is my glorious name.
ベアトリーテ様にお仕えする名誉ある家具。煉獄の七杭が長女。
The honored furniture who serves Beatrice-sama, and the oldest sister of the 7 stakes of purgatory.
他の面汚しなグマイどもとはわけが違うの。
I'm not like my disgraceful younger sisters.
それに見合った敬意を示さないと
If
後
you don't-
悔することになるわよ。
If you don't show proper respect, you will regret it.
どう後悔するんだか。
And why would I regret it exactly?
俺には見当もつかねえぜ。
Can't really think of a reason.
バカな子ね。
Stupid kid.
そんなに遊んでほしいの？
Do you really want to play with me that much?
そんなに忘れられないの？
Was it that unforgettable?
私の杭を思いっきり奥の奥までねじ込んでたっぷりえぐって楽しませてあげるわよ。
I'll thrust my stake deep, deep into you and let you enjoy being gouged to the fullest, okay?
くそったれ。
Damn it.
いつか押し倒して同じセリフ言ってやるぜ。
Someday I'll have you on down on the floor and say the same thing. My god, Battler's horniness knows no bounds.
あらそう？
Oh, really?
楽しみにしてるわね。
Wow, I can't wait. And now back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity. Okay, let's see. Rosa eventually regained her calm. The men who wanted to hurry her into talking faster, but Kirie intervened. If something like that really had happened, then it would have been a terrible experience that Rosa wouldn't want to remember. After taking several deep breaths with her hand over her chest, it seemed that she had more or less resolved her to talk.
あれはいくつの時だったのかしら。
How old was I then? I wonder. Oh, Night Crown, they're using our Road 13 to talk in spoilers. By the way, welcome to the stream.
多分中学生か。よく覚えてない。
Middle school, probably. Though I don't remember well.
とにかくそのくらいの頃だったと思うわ。
Anyway, I think it was about that age.
てことはだいたい20年くらい前ってことか。
Which means maybe about 20 years ago, like say 1967. Groovy.
あの頃の私はあまり成績が良くなくて、
Back
いつも
then,
お母様に怒られてばかりだった。
back then, my grades weren't very good, and mother was always angry at me.
私なりに努力していたつもりだったんだけど、
I tried to do my best in my own way,
お母様の期待には全然応えられなくて、
but I couldn't match up to my mother's expectations at all.
母上はローザにも随分厳しかったな。
Mother was always very strict with Rosa.
当時は同情していたよ。
I sympathized with her at the time.
陰口ばっかだったくせによく言うわね。
You say that even though you were always talking behind her back.
予算かエヴァ。
What did you get her of last, Eva?
それで
I'm done.
ローザさんはどこでベアトリーチェに会ったんや。
Where'd you meet Beatrice, Rosa-san?
秀吉さん、今はせかしてはダメよ。
Hideyoshi-san, you mustn't rush it now.
いいのよ、ローザさん。
It's okay, Rosa-san.
楽に話して。
Tell us at your own pace, sugar.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
あれはお母様に特にひどく叱られた日よ。
It was a day I'd been harshly scolded by mother. Even though my tutor had promised to keep it a secret, apparently they told mother about how I had complained. Mother scolded me brutally, saying my name was a disgrace to the Ushiramiya family. Of course, I was doing the best that I could, but I had none of Kraus Nissan's dignity. I couldn't get excellent grades like Eva Nissan, and I had no leadership abilities like Rudolf Nissan. I never stood out. I didn't particularly excel at anything. And I found myself asking why I'd even been born into the Ushiramiya family. I began to question more why I'd even been born at all. This is what happened on the day I experienced my mind going blank for the first time. For the first time in my life, I realized that in addition to facing or surrendering to my problems, I had the third choice of running away. Though I say run away, there's no way I could have left Rokunjima and gone somewhere else. But anyway, I wanted to run away from the mansion and my own self at the time. In a way, it was like a kid running away from home, or maybe a passive sort of suicide.
いなくなりたかったの。
I wanted to disappear.
あるいはいなくなることによって親を心配させたいという子供なりの反抗だったのかも。
Or maybe it was that childlike form of resistance, where I tried to make my parents worry by disappearing.
私は森の遥か奥に行けば後ろ宮の家から逃れられる。
I childishly thought that if I went into the center of the forest, escaped from the Ushiramiya
あ
house,
るいは迷子になって心配させることで仕返しができると子供ながらに思ったの。
and maybe became lost, then I'd make them worry and teach them a lesson.
それで行ってはいけないと言われていた森に。
And then, you went into the forest they were told never to enter?
ええ、
Yes.
浜辺へ出てから海に沿うように。 After reaching the beach, I followed alongside the ocean. 特に理由があったわけじゃないけれど、
I didn't have any particular reason.
島をぐるりと回ればその反対側には誰も知らない場所があって。
But I felt that if I went around to the opposite side of the island, there might be a place there that no one knew about,
私だけの隠れ家になるような気がしたの。
which might become a hidden house just for me.
浜辺からぐるっとってのは無理だな。
If you go around the beach, that'd be impossible.
途中で崖になっちまうだろ。
It becomes a cliff part way, right?
あんなとこ通れるわけがねえぜ。
There's no way you could pass by that way.
もちろんよ。
Of course.
だから通れる方へ通れる方へ、とにかく奥へ奥へ進んだわ。
So I kept going wherever I could, which kept taking me deeper and deeper inland.
道なんかないひどい森だったけど、あの時の私にはそれが心地よかったの。
It's a horrible forest without any paths, but that was comforting to me then.
それほどの険しい森を抜けたなら、その分後ろ宮家から逃れられるって。
If I could make it through that such a dangerous forest, then I'd be that much further away from the Ushiromiya family.
情けないわね。
How shameful.
成績で叱られたならその分努力すればいいのに。
If you were scolded because of your grades, all you had to do was work harder.
それを言ってはいいかもね。
You mustn't say that.
その代わりローザにはデザイナーとしての才能があったじゃないか。
Doesn't Rosa have her talent as a designer instead? Literally speaking, he was covering for Rosa, but everyone knew that Rosa's company hadn't been profitable.
よせよ。
Quit it!
今は嫌味を言ってる場合じゃねえぜ。
This is no time for sarcasm.
そして偶然たどり着いちまったんだな。
So you managed to end up there by coincidence.
ベアトリーチェの隠し屋敷。
At Beatrice's hidden mansion.
Rosa nodded weakly.
どのくらい歩いたんや。
About how far did you walk?
地図で場所が示せるんか。
Could you show it to us on the map?
夏さん、この島の地図はあるかいな。
Natsui-san, do you have a map of the island?
いえ、今ここにはありませんが。
No, there isn't one here now.
無理よ。
It wouldn't help.
適当に歩いただけだもの。
I was just walking randomly.
地図を見せられたってわからないわ。
Even if you gave me a map, I wouldn't know.
それにあれから20年も経ってる。
And 20 years have passed since then.
多分森へ行っても二度とたどり着けないわ。
I probably couldn't reach it again even if I went into the forest. Oof. Several people let out dejected sighs. It was vividly clear that in their haste, they thought that some hint related to the witch's epitaph, or maybe even the gold itself, might be resting there.
六軒島はこの屋敷の周りが整地されているだけに過ぎねえ。
On Rokunjima, only the land around the mansion is relatively developed on.
他は完全に未開で、前頭測量は相当の手間がかかるだろうな。
The rest is completely uncultivated. It'd probably take a lot of work to survey the entire island.
でも確かに存在すると分かっただけでも収穫よ。
But just knowing that it actually exists is helpful.
お金はかかるだろうけど、例えば航空写真の会社に調査を頼むとか。
It would take some money, but if we enlisted an aerial photographer company to investigate.
このお屋敷を建設した業者に当時のことを聞くとか。
Or ask the businessman who constructed this mansion about what happened at the time.
調べる方法あるかもしれないわね。
I could probably find some way to search for it.
そうね。
That's right.
あるかないかもわからないものを探すよりはまだ方法があるはずよ。
At least we have more options now, as opposed to when we weren't sure it existed. Indeed.
早速調べる価値があるだろう。
It may be worth investigating right away.
その調査は兄弟合同でやるわよ。
The siblings will do that investigation together.
兄さん一人ではさせないわ。
We won't leave you on your own, Nissan. It wasn't yet certain that the gold was hidden in that secret mansion, but the sparks seemed to have started flying between Kraus and Eva already.
兄貴たち、今はよせよ。
Give it a rest for now, you two.
ローザ、続きを話してくれ。
Rosa, please continue.
Yes. Blindly, randomly, I kept running on and on. Suddenly, I came across something that was an animal trail. I was very tired and had no idea how far I'd walked. So at the time, I naturally took the easiest path. As I did, suddenly right before my eyes, a very tall fence appeared. It was a face wonderfully adorned in a Gothic style. For an instant, I thought I'd gotten turned around and returned to the original mansion. Of course, there were fences around the mansion to stop us from entering the forest. But the fence was decorated differently, and moreover, it was very tall. It probably reached a full 2 stories up. It was covered with ivy and created a mysterious, solemn atmosphere. At the time, I believed in the legend of the Witch of the Forest, Beatrice. I had been told that she was frightening. But some of the servants told me that she'd sometimes help you if you respected her. Since I had little confidence in those days, I believe the only way I could be saved was by receiving her help. That's why I thought what I did. I believed that this was the fence of the mansion belonging to Beatrice, the witch of the forest. I thought that if I could meet with Beatrice, she'd definitely save me. So I decided to try going in. But the fence was very, very tall, and it didn't look like I'd be able to go over it. So I chose to walk around it. I thought that if I did, I'd eventually reach a gate. But it wasn't that easy. The fence had an incredible length to match its incredible height, and no matter how far I went, I didn't reach a corner. It might have encircled a massive area, or maybe I just had that impression because my child's legs made it difficult to walk in the forest. Anyway, I couldn't find a gate for a while. And I started to feel sad, as though the witch had rejected me. As I did, I eventually came upon a large tree, whose twisted root had bent the fence. I might get my clothes dirty, but if I crawled, it looked like I'd be able to sneak in.
そこが隠し屋敷だったの?
And there you found the hidden mansion?
あれが私たちの言う隠し屋敷なのかはわからない。
I don't know if it was the hidden mansion we've been talking about.
少なくとも私たちの知る場所ではなかったわ。
Still, at the very least, it wasn't a place that we know of. It wasn't as though I came out into a garden as soon as I passed the fence. I had to continue through a lot more uncultivated forest after that. As I did, the forest suddenly opened up, and what appeared there was an unbelievably fantastical scene. To think that in Roganjiva, where I only thought we lived, there could be such a wonderful mansion hidden away. A beautiful flower garden spanned the front of the mansion. It was a flower garden of a completely different design from the other rose garden we knew so well, and it was very lovely. Of course, the mansion was also wonderful. It was a couple sizes smaller than ours, but it was still elegant and adorable at the same time. Then I saw her figure. I saw her sitting in a garden chair, positioned to give a view of the flower garden, wearing an elegant dress. It was that black dress embroidered in gold that we would later know from the portrait. I hadn't seen such an elegant dress like that, except in fairy tales and on the stages of musicals. For a person to be wearing it as her normal clothes, that in itself seemed quite fantastical. The mysterious scene was old enough to make me lose my sense of reality. If someone had told me that it wasn't a dream, that it was a dream, I might have nodded obediently and waited to wake up in my bed. I had forgotten to hide myself in my shock, so eventually she spotted me. At first, her expression was quite listless, but when she noticed me, her eyes opened very wide. It was only natural, considering that as a guest, she didn't know she had suddenly appeared. That a guest she didn't know had suddenly appeared. Sorry. However, I lowered my head automatically. Planning to greet her and apologize for entering without permission. Who are you? The new gardener? Those were the first words she said to me. I grew slightly calmer, because I realized that we could talk to each other. Because I hadn't been turned into a frog just by meeting her eyes, like a terrifying witch in a fairy tale. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have entered that garden without a phenomenon. Without permission, Jesus Christ. Oh God, I am losing it. God damn it. I shouldn't have entered this garden without permission. Oh God. Jeez. Collider is reading words incorrectly. Jeez. And it's time. Oh God, I'm feeling getting a bit tired. We'll see how far I can go. I'm going to try to go a bit further at least. Hello, Antonio. Welcome to the stream. You can hear the stupid thing in the background. There's a plane going overhead. Yeah, there was a gardener she knew. Interesting. Huh. I wonder who that was. Was it, I think it was probably, Genji. It was probably Genji who did that then, I would imagine, or someone new. Who are you? Name yourself. I'm Ushiromiya Rosa. Ushiromiya? Oh? Okay, if I'm tired and I find a natural place to stop. Okay. One of Kinzo's family? Huh? Yes. I'm Kinzo's daughter.
こんにちは。
Thanks, Voodoo Chili. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Good afternoon. I was a little surprised. After all, Father was a great man, feared by everyone. And yet, she had spoken of him without using honorifics. So I was immediately terrified of her. After all, if she could refer to my fearsome father that way, she must be a witch with incredible power. After staring at me curiously, she beckoned me to come over. Frightened as I was, I obeyed. After all, I thought she might really turn me into a frog. The closer I got, the stronger that fear became. After all, as I keep saying over and over, that woman and her dress and the flower garden and the mansion, that whole picture was so fantastical and beautiful that it seemed separate from reality. It probably wouldn't have surprised me at all to learn that she really was a witch. And I was really lucky. She hadn't turned me into a frog. As I awkwardly stood there, stock still, she motioned to an open chair and urged me to sit down.
座るがよい。
Oh, that is so cute! Oh, Beatrice Tea Party. Hope you choose the right conversation options. So you don't have to reset. Seriously. That is a pain in the ass. If only you could do a little bit of a rewind for tea parties, like you could in battle. Jeez. Have a seat.
初めて訪れた者を庭へ招き、語らうのがわらわの唯一の楽しみよ。
Welcoming and speaking to those who visit this garden for the first time is my sole pleasure. Who else comes there to visit? Interesting. Who else has come there to visit her?
他に何の楽しみもないがな。
Of course, I have no pleasures other than that. As she said this, she let an unhappy smile show for just an instant. Because I was full of a strange mix of tension and excitement, I rudely asked her a question all of a sudden.
森の魔女、ベアトリーチェですか?
Are you the witch of the forest, Beatrice?
いかにも。
Indeed.
わらわがベアトリーチェである。
I am Beatrice. Oh, that is so
や
sweet.
はりな。
As I thought,
ベアトリーチェは実在したんだ。
Beatrice actually existed.
その姿はまさに肖像画の。
Did she really look like the portrait?
ええ、
Yes,
まさにあの肖像画の通りよ。
really, just like the portrait.
お父さんの想像の中の魔女じゃなかったんやな。
So, she wasn't just a witch from Father's imagination.
それであなたは彼女と何を話したの？
Well, what did you talk with her about?
彼女はお茶を入れながら私のことをいろいろと聞いたわ。
As she prepared some tea, she asked me all kinds of things about myself.
まず森を抜けてやってきたことを驚かれた。
First, she was surprised that I had come through the forest.
彼女は柵の外には危険な狼がたくさんいると信じていたみたいだった。
It seemed she believed that many dangerous wolves lived outside the fence.
だから私が森を抜けてたどり着いたと言ったらとても驚いていたわ。
So when I told her I'd come through the forest to reach this place, she was shocked.
どうやって狼から逃れたのか、ビスケットを渡して許してもらったのか、
She asked how I had managed to escape from the wolves.
それとも魔法の街灯をかぶって
Did I give them a biscuit and they let me go?
なんて感じのことを言ってたっけ。
Or did I cover myself in a magic cloak? That kind of thing.
そりゃ確かに魔女っぽいわな。
That sure sounds like a witch.
面白いお人や。
What an interesting person.
あなた黙って。
Quiet, dear.
ずいぶん昔だけど、
This goes way back.
お父様は 森には狼が住んでいるから近寄ってはならないって
But
私たちを脅さなかった？
but didn't Father threaten us, saying we should never get near the forest because of the wolves that live there?
ああ、そんなこともあったな。
Yes, he did say something of the sort.
バカらしいね。
Ridiculous.
日本の狼はとっくの昔に絶滅しているというのに。
Even though Japanese wolves went extinct long ago.
まさに子供騙しだな。
Truly a trick to fool children.
記憶にねえな。
I don't remember though.
そんな話。親父に聞かされたっけ？
Did Dad really tell us something like that?
森には魔女だろ？
It was the witch of the forest, right?
狼なんて話聞いたことないぜ。
I don't think I've ever heard about wolves.
It was probably just something he started saying when he got Beatrice there. Like the wolf story was what he had originally, and then he switched stories. And since Rudolph is much younger than Kraus, he never knew of the first story with the wolves.
あんたがまだ小学校だった頃よ。
Exactly, yeah. This was when you were still in elementary school.
覚えてない？
Don't you remember?
そしたらあんた、むしろ狼を撫でてみたいなんて言い出すもんだから。
Back then, you actually said you thought it'd be cool to try petting the wolves.
お父様はすぐに狼の話を引っ込めて、魔女の話に切り替えたのよ。
And Father immediately gave up the wolf story and changed it to the story about the witch.
もう、その嘘っぽいことと言ったら。
Seriously, what transparent lies they were.
当時のルドルフには狼よりも魔女の話の方がてきめんだったね。
At the time, the witch story had a much more immediate effect on you, Rudolph, than the wolves.
よく覚えているよ。
I remember it well.
私の背中にしがみついた夜があったことを覚えているかね？
Don't you remember those nights where you clung to my back? Oh my god!
ルドルフさんにもそんな可愛らしい時代があったのね。
I see, I see. So even Rudolph's son used to be that cute.
うるせえな。
Shut up!
子供の頃の話だぜ。
I was just a kid, okay?
まあ、とにかく、
Well, at any rate.
ベアトリーチェを閉じ込めていたのがお父さんなら、同じ狼の話をするのは道理ね。
If Father's the one who shut up Beatrice in there, it makes sense to use the same story about wolves.
彼にとって六軒島の広大な森は、後ろ宮家と愛人の屋敷という。
To him, the vast forest of Rokujima was a wall that shouldn't be crossed, dividing his two incompatible worlds.
相入れない二つの異世界を分断する。
They
越え
assured
てはならない壁だったのだから。
they assured me a family in his mistress's mansion.
柵の高さを考えると、どうやら親父殿は庭ごと丸々を座敷牢にしたようだな。
Considering the height of that fence, it does sound as though Father turned the whole area, garden and all, into a giant jail cell.
さながら二つの世界を分ける国境も同然だったのだろう。
Just like a border dividing his two separate worlds.
狼はともかく、野犬の類でもいたのではありませんか？
Wolves aside, could there have been some breed of stray dogs there at the time?
そのための策だったかもしれません。
Perhaps the fence there was there to protect against those.
Oh, Natsuhi. You are absolutely determined to see the best in everyone. Even your shitty father-in-law. Oh boy.
六軒島に狼も野犬もいないわ。
There aren't any wolves or stray dogs on Rokunjima.
その策は兄さんやキリエさんの言うように、
That fence was probably
ベアトリーチェと私たちの間の国境だったんでしょうね。
a border between us and Beatrice.
しかし 狼の話を素直に信じるなんて、なんちゅうか純朴やな。
But if she innocently believed that story about wolves, that's pretty naive.
わしの想像していた魔女とは随分違う感じやで。
That's nothing like what I expect a witch to do.
そうね。
You're right.
それは私も感じたわ。
I sense that too.
とても尊大で、確かに魔女のイメージ通りの人だったんだけど、
She was very pompous, just like my image of a witch.
どこかとても子供っぽくて、
But she was somehow very childish.
なんていうのか素直すぎるというか、
She was, how should I put it, too straightforward.
世間知らずな印象を受けたわ。
She gave me the impression that she didn't know anything about the world.
例えるなら本当におとぎの国の人みたいというか、
It was as though she'd come from some fairy tale land.
本当に不思議な人だったわ。
She really was a strange person.
それからどうしたんだ？
What happened after that?
親父の話とかは出たのか？
Did you end up talking about Dad after all?
ええ、
Yes.
何日かに一度約束されている日もあれば突然の日もあったそうだけど、
Once every few days, usually on an arranged day, but sometimes
ふ
suddenly.
らりとお父様が訪れては一緒にお茶を飲んだり散歩したりしたんですって。
Father would casually appear, and they'd drink together, or else take a walk together or something.
私が訪れたその日はたまたま彼女一人だったと言っていたわ。
She said she just happened to be alone on the day I visited.
なるほど
I see.
な。まさに愛人といったところ
An obvious mistress, you might say.
だ。やれやれ。
My, yada yada.
いくつ年下か知らんが、親父殿もやるね。
I don't know how much younger she was, but good for father. Oh, God, Kraus. You know, I had a better opinion of you before this episode.
いかがわしい意味での交流はなかったと確信しています。
We can be sure that this was no indecent relationship.
バカね。男と女の多さに色気がないはずないじゃない。
Idiot. There's no way a lover's meeting between a man and a woman wouldn't have some sensuality. My God, Natsui is absolutely determined to keep things PG-13. Seriously. She absolutely needs to see the good in everyone, and I guess that's kind of a commendable trait.
それでどうしたの？
What happened next?
それから何の話を？
What did you talk about after that?
私の自己紹介をしたので逆に彼女のことを質問したわ。
I'd already introduced myself, so I asked about her.
そうしたら急に雰囲気が落ち込んでしまったの。
When I did, the atmosphere quickly grew depressing.
なんていうのかとても気だるそうな寂しそうな。
How should I put it? She seemed to grow listless and lonely.
私が初めて彼女の顔を見た時に浮かべていたのと同じ表情だった。
It was that same expression I saw on her face in the beginning. James, if you've ever seen Natsuhi is the producer of Casey and Friends. If you've ever seen that really old Higurashi parody, it's in super low quality because it is like from the dawn of YouTube. But if you've seen it, it's a 4Kids parody of Higurashi. And that's what you just reminded me of. It was that same expression I saw on her face in the beginning.
まあ秘密の愛人だからな。
Well, she was his hidden mistress after all.
好き勝手に歩かれてお袋に見つかっちまったらことだ。
If she just walked around wherever she liked, Mom might have found her.
きっと軟禁に近い状態だったろう。
I'll bet she was practically under house arrest.
綺麗なドレスに綺麗な屋敷や庭があってもさぞや窮屈な思いをしてたんだろうぜ。
Ignoring how incredibly immoral and illegal all this shit is, even though she had beautiful clothes, a beautiful mansion, and a garden, she must have felt pretty cramped.
そりゃ苦労もあったろうさ。
I'll bet she had it rough.
それで
And then,
彼女はきっと何か悩みがあった。
She was definitely worried about something.
それを私に話したところで何の解決にもならないというような雰囲気が読み取れて。
I remember feeling really sad myself.
私もとても悲しかったのを覚えてる。
When I realized it wasn't something I could do anything about by talking to her.
私と一緒にいることさえ忘れてしまったかのようで。 She seemed to forget I was even there. 遠くをぼんやり見ながらずっと無言でいたわ。
She gazed vaguely off into the distance and was silent for a long, long time.
私はきっと失言してしまったに違いないと思ったんだけど。
I thought I must have said something wrong.
謝罪の言葉すらも口にしていいような雰囲気じゃなくて。
But it didn't seem to be the type of atmosphere where I could apologize.
だから私も彼女が私と一緒にいることを思い出してくれるまで
So I remained
ずっと黙ってた。
silent too until I could speak for a long time. Until she remembered I was there. And then she muttered unexpectedly.
柵の向こうには本当に狼などおらぬのか。
Are there really no wolves beyond the fence? Huh?
はい。
Yes, that's right.
狼なんて動物園でも見たことないです。
I've never even seen wolves, not even in a zoo.
動物園とは何か。
What is a zoo?
ああ、いろんな動物が飼われているところです。
It's a place only where they keep all kinds of animals.
象とかキリンとかパンダとか珍しい動物がいっぱいいますよ。
They're full of rare animals like elephants and giraffes and pandas. Oh!
動物園に狼はいないのか。
So there aren't any wolves in a zoo?
なら怖くないかもしれんな。
Then, it might not be so scary.
狼がいたとしても動物はみんな檻に入ってますから安全です。
Even if there were wolves, all of the animals are put in cages, so it's safe.
だから安心して見学できるんですよ。
Even if there were wolves, all the animals... Oh, yeah. That's why you can safe... are put in cages, so it's safe. That's why you can safely look at them and learn about them. The mighty witch of the forest was apparently terrified of wolves. I remember it looked pretty funny to me at the time.
それはわらわとどう違うのか。
How am I any different? Huh? She didn't know about zoos. I explained to her how fun zoos could be, but it was very difficult for a person like her, who had never visited one, to understand. Oh boy. On the contrary, as I explained it to her, her expression grew increasingly dismal. She couldn't see the difference. Apparently, even though she lived in an elegant mansion that was surrounded by a high fence and seemed to lack for nothing, she couldn't see how she was any different from animals shut up in cages.
わらわは何者なのか。
I didn't see what they said, Matt, so don't worry. I do read the chat, but I didn't see what you guys said, so don't worry. Who am I?
皆はわらわのことをベアトリーチェと呼ぶ。
Everyone calls me Beatrice.
それは確かにそなたの言うように偉大な魔女の名前らしい。
And that does indeed seem to be the name of a great witch, as you say.
しかしそれはわらわではないのだ。
But that isn't me.
わらわには魔法など何も使えぬ。
I cannot use any magic.
わらわはその魔女の魂を好みに封じられているだけなのだ。
I simply have the soul of that witch sealed inside my body. There was definitely something odd about her. Beyond just being cut off from the world, it seems she truly believed that magic exists. Whoa, interesting. Okay, so the homunculus has a will of its own. This is what she mean by discarding the body. So the body is not dead, the body has a will of its own. So the innocent Beatrice is probably still there in some way. I wonder if she took her own name. She might have took her own name. Interesting. Did she like grow her own soul? I wonder if Beatrice could ever get back her original body. Or if that's gone forever. Interesting. I think she talked about a lot of weird things, but I don't remember the details. All I thought was that this might be a person to be pitied. She was unable to leave this mansion of her own free will, a prisoner without even realizing it. And she didn't know anything about the outside world. Didn't even understand who she was. She probably vaguely realized that she was to be pitied. But since she didn't know anything, she seemed incapable of recognizing her own unhappiness. Long ago, when I told Nason I felt sorry for a bird in a cage, she said this: "A bird that only knows about the inside of cages doesn't long for the outside." But this wasn't a bird. She was really a person. Even if she'd never been outside the cage, she understood that there was more to this world. So, I invited her, And this is
柵の外へ
probably
出てみますか？
this is probably what she mean by killing her. Okay, you know what? This seems like a good place to pause for next time. Wow, because we're gonna see what. I love how many flashbacks we're getting here. I was right that there's two Beatrices, aren't there? There's probably her original, the human homunculus body. And then there's the soul Beatrice that escaped. Interesting. I wonder how she got her memories back. What in the world is going on? Alright, guys. We are going to continue in 2 days again. I had a lot of fun tonight. I got a bit tired, but I thought I would. I am not nearly as as wiped out as I thought I would be. I'm really glad. This one was really enjoyable. Seriously, thank you all so much for coming with me on this stream. Thank you, seriously. Find out next time on Umineko Z. Yes, exactly, Matt. Thank you, Kamada. Alright. So until next time, I will say to you all, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You are all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.